Top award-winning movies on Netflix. Oscar wins have a significant impact on how moviegoers view and comprehend films. Netflix gets closer every year to winning the Academy Award for Best Picture. So here's a list of some of Netflix's top Oscar-winning films. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel Netflix Tops, where we will tell you about the top-rated movies and series on Netflix. So grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of this video, because in today's video, we are going to list down the top 10 award-winning movies on Netflix. So let's get started. Number 10. Les Misérables is an epic period musical and perhaps one of the best films ever made in its genre, based on Victor Hugo's iconic novel of the same name. It follows the story of Jean Valjean, also known as Prisoner 24601, who is freed from jail and breaks his parole in order to start a new life while avoiding Inspector Javert's tyranny. The story is set in post-revolutionary France and comes to a conclusion against the backdrop of the June Rebellion. The music, acting, and story are all near perfect, with a well-crafted tale that amplifies an already fantastic experience. All of the actors in the film are fantastic, but Anne Hathaway gives the best performance. Despite only being in a handful of scenes, her outstanding work in Les Misérables won Hathaway the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, along with a whole lot of other accolades. Number 9. Inception is always an experience to watch, whether the ending bothers or satisfies you. Inception had us guessing and gawking throughout, from Hans Zimmer's transcendent score to the revolving passageways and city streets of the dream world. It's a thriller, a VFX feast, and a high-stakes heist that keeps us glued to the screen. Cobb collects information from his targets by entering their dreams in the film. As recompense for performing an Inception on his sick competitor's son, Sato offers to clear Cobb's criminal record. It may be the ideal crime if they succeed. However, no amount of meticulous planning or knowledge will be enough to prepare the team for the hazardous enemy that appears to anticipate their every move, an enemy that only Cobb could have seen coming. Number 8. Despite Channing Tatum's appearance, this may not be everyone's favorite Tarantino picture, but it was Ennio Morricone's lone competitive Oscar triumph for Best Original Score. Morricone was the Leo DiCaprio of music for a long time. He'd already been nominated 5 times and received an honorary award from the Academy in 2007. The Hateful Eight starts as a stagecoach hurtles over the icy Wyoming countryside sometime after the Civil War. Daisy Domergue, a fugitive, is pursued by bounty hunter John Root, who plans to bring her to justice in the town of Red Rock. They meet Major Marquise Warren, an infamous bounty hunter, and Chris Mannix, who claims to be Red Rock's new sheriff, along the way. Lost in a blizzard, the bunch seek refuge at Minnie's haberdashery. When they arrive, they are greeted by unfamiliar faces: Bob, who claims to be taking care of the place while Minnie is gone; Oswald Marbury, the hangman of Red Rock; Joe Gage, a cowpuncher; and Confederate General Sanford Smithers. As the storm overtakes the mountainside, the 8 travelers come to learn that they might not make it to Red Rock after all. Number 7. Joe Wright's harrowing World War II drama has a long list of best of British accolades. Atonement, based on the Ian McEwan novel and starring James McAvoy and Keira Knightley as illegal lovers, was nominated for 7 Academy Awards but only won 1 for the evocative score by Italian composer Dario Marinelli. When Bryony Tallis, a 13-year-old aspiring writer, meets her elder sister Cecilia and Robbie Turner at the family estate's fountain, she misinterprets what is going on, putting in motion a series of misunderstandings and a childish pique that will have long-term consequences for all of them. Robbie is the son of a household servant who has always been treated with respect by the family. They paid for his time at Cambridge, and now he plans on going to medical school. After the fountain incident, Bryony reads a letter intended for Cecilia and concludes that Robbie is a deviant. When her cousin Lola is raped, she tells the police that it was Robbie she saw committing the deed. So with a series of twists and turns, this movie is definitely worth your watch if you have one of those detective nerves. Number 6. Brian Fogel's Oscar-winning documentary is jaw-dropping to say the least. Icarus is a 2017 American documentary film that won the Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature at the 90th Academy Awards. It tells the story of Brian Fogel, who sets out to uncover the truth about doping in sports. A chance encounter with a Russian scientist turns his story from a personal experiment into a geopolitical thriller involving dirty urine, unexplained death, and Olympic gold, exposing the biggest scandal in sports history. Number 5. Elizabeth Moss, actress of The Handmaid's Tale, leads the cast of this unsettling remake of Universal's iconic monster movie, directed by Saw co-creator Leah Whannell. The Invisible Man is a film about architect Cecilia Cass, who uses drugs to get away from her violent lover and his restrictive home. While she initially believes he is dead, an unseen presence in her home leads her to believe that he has devised a terrifying new method of stalking her. You might have missed The Invisible Man when it first came out in theaters. Coming out just weeks before the coronavirus pandemic changed everyone's lives. Writer-director Wannell was lauded for his creepy script and creative use of humble production budget, while Moss delivers another powerhouse performance. Number 4. This Best Sound Editing winner is a huge visual feast from master director Denis Villeneuve and is better renowned for the Academy's snub of Amy Adams' performance than for its Oscar win. Arrival is a 2016 American science fiction drama film directed by Denis Villeneuve, based on Ted Chiang's short story, Story of Your Life from 1998. A slow-burn thriller follows a linguist, Amy Adams, and her crew as they attempt to communicate with aliens who crash land on Earth. The film displays Villeneuve's signature photography and delves deep into subjects such as the impact of language on human life. Propelled by the stellar performance from Amy Adams, it earns a place among other classics of the genre, like Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Number 3. Eddie Redmayne and Felicity Jones fell in love on screen in this 2014 film before setting out to show whether or not women belong in balloons in The Aeronauts. Eddie won Best Actor for his performance, as I previously stated. Oscar is a big fan of biopics. The Theory of Everything tells the story of Stephen Hawking, the world's most brilliant and celebrated physicist, and Jane Wilde, an art student with whom he fell in love while studying at Cambridge in the 1960s. After being given only 2 years to live after being diagnosed with a deadly illness at the age of 21, little was expected of Hawking, a bright but shiftless astrophysics student. He became galvanized, however, by the love of Jane Wilde and went on to be called the successor to Einstein, as well as a husband and father to their 3 children. Over the course of their marriage, however, as Stephen's body collapsed and his academic renown soared, fault lines were exposed that test the resolve of their relationship and dramatically altered the course of both of their lives. Number 2. Run, a psychological thriller directed by Anish Chinganti and starring Kira Allen as Chloe, a Chicago-based adolescent who's been confined to a wheelchair for as long as she can remember and homeschooled by her protective mother Diane, was the most watched film on Netflix when it was released. When Chloe notices her mother's unusual behavior and begins reading private letters Diane has stored away, she begins to suspect Diane has been hiding a dark truth all along. Run is a suspenseful drama with a terrific performance from Paulson. It's a gripping watch with a fast-paced plot. Number 1. Director Jean-Marc Vallée went on to become the man behind HBO's Best Complicated Woman with both Big Little Lies and Sharp Objects. But this film's particular Oscar win went to the performances. Matthew McConaughey and Jared Leto won Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor respectively. The film Dallas Buyers Club tells the true story of folk hero Ron Woodruff. Ron, a cowboy diagnosed with AIDS, discovers a banned drug that can help patients survive longer. To get around the system, he forms a club to smuggle the medicine to those in need. And this brings us to the end of the video. What are your thoughts on today's video? Share with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.